Okay, it's Friday. And wait, let's make sure we're plugged in. Let's
Hello.
make sure
Hello.
we're working.
Yeah.
Looks good. 1 and 2. Okay.
Guys, it is Friday and we have not been home in a hot minute in our
second.
studio. I love how people are just like, where do you guys work from? It's like, we actually do, you know, and we can officially say without actually lying that we have a studio in our house, you know, because it used to just be the car.
This needs to change, though.
Yeah.
It needs to be less vagina.
Yeah.
Reminds me of an opening vagina.
I actually...
Like it?
No,
You like the wood?
I think we could do wood all around, but I don't want to have to ask your husband to do it. And I can find a plainer thing.
I mean, someone could just put it over top of this.
Yeah, totally. I started
The
to buy
wood's
it.
actually kind of pretty.
The wood.
Yeah, just put the wood over top.
Yeah, but then...
I just have to pay someone to do it.
Oh, okay, no problem. And you know where to buy the wood.
Yeah, Home Depot.
All right. Well, then let's do that.
Okay, fuck it. All right. Anyway, sorry, it's Friday. I'm back to focus here. So I had so many thoughts and
then we just need a little sign.
was so sick of sex, but I mean, like the conversation, because it's like we're so old now. I'm joking. Ha ha. So I said to Chat GPT, let's talk about married sex and relationships, just as the opening. Just want to see what they say. All right, buckle up,
Buttercup.
This is the stuff everyone whispers about, but actually needs to be said out loud.
Thank you.
Let's get to the truth, everyone, about married sex and relationships. They don't fall apart because people stop loving each other.
No.
They fall apart because people stop showing up for the parts that feel awkward, inconvenient, or unsexy. Now,
Inconvenience, a big one.
let's just talk about, Chat, the fact that this is not fact. This is just a conversation.
He's
this
not
is,
alive. He has no empathy.
Or she. And also they're not a therapist. They are just chatting as what they feel like someone wants to hear. Based on conversations of...
So I saw this thing yesterday that came up in my TikTok, and I don't know why, but it is a woman, and she has overlaid on top of this pretty handsome young man. I don't know if you've seen it. And she is basically, I've had enough. I'm calling him out. Let's say she's at a max, maybe she's 30.
Okay.
And she's in a long-term relationship with him.
Yeah.
And her libido isn't what his libido is.
Okay. The higher or lower?
Lower.
Okay.
And they're in a long-term relationship and they're living together. And he's just like, I just want, and in this, it's like a PSA, like I am calling you out. I have contacted legal, basically I'm along the lines of what she's kind of saying is that she's charging him for expecting sex in a relationship just because they're in a relationship.
Oh, that's going to go well.
Yeah. So he's like, and she's got his face all up in there. And she's like, he's like, I just want a little bit, I just want to be close to you. And he's like,
sorry, is this real?
It seems really real.
So he goes back and
first and last name.
So he goes back and counter publicly says something.
And I bet he would say
does he or no? We don't know. She
no.
Oh,
but it just came up so many times. Well, it started with somebody green screening her,
duetting it,
and then and they're like, don't use such a cute picture of him. Use an ugly picture of him. But she's like, I didn't want to do it. And he was like, well, can I just at least can I just go down on you? I just want to be intimate with you. And then she said that he got to a point where, and actually this is the second time I've heard of this scenario in a relationship where he holds her down hard and pretends it's like a tickle. So he pins her down, but he tickles her, but he acts like it's a joke, but it actually hurts her. But it's his way of being physical with her.
This sounds like we have a whole bunch of issues to unpack in this relationship.
But it was weird seeing a younger person being like, my libido just wasn't there. And he was like, well, then I'm going to move out. And she was like, well, okay. I can't, I don't want to have sex anymore. Or right now with you. And he's just like, I want to.
Huh.
It is. She is very serious in it. And
are
I don't know.
Are you following the
story?
story?
I Googled his first and last name, obviously. And I couldn't find him. And I'm sure there's more today because I felt like it was just, and then she would use a different background and say this exact same speech over and over and over again. She's like, it is time to get it out there. I'm not covering up names, but I just was like, if he's pinning her down and hurting her, for sure. But like, is that really like
the way to go about solving a relationship, by suing them in the law? I don't know. I mean,
and calling his name out. I mean, I guess he was forceful. She didn't say that he like raped her, but I guess he was so forceful that she was just sick of it, and she felt like she was just being like manipulated. And he was like, "Well, I'm going to
maybe break up. Maybe
break
up.
That always boggles my mind.
Just why don't you break up?
Why don't you just break up?
Why do you have to go to? Or they're getting so many views that it's like exciting.
Oh, he's not in it, and I. His name is going to be out there.
Well, she's going to get it.
Oh, and she's like, I have contacted his employer.
Oh my God. She's a red flag. That's a red flag.
She is, unfortunately.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying that what he's doing is right either, but like, you're in a relationship. If you don't like it, get out.
And you've kind of lost your sense of how to handle things if you're putting it and you're dumping it online like that.
But that would be my advice. You need to get out. Just leave. You don't need to go ruin someone's life about it.
I know.
If your libido's different.
Yeah, I know.
Like, okay. You talk about your own libido.
Yeah.
Being like, it's not there.
Yeah. And sometimes that's hard in a relationship when somebody wants more, but to actually like be like ruining his life because he just really wanted to be with her. And I'm not saying, I mean, I don't know all the details, but she was just like, I'm just not really into it.
I mean, our producer does have some ideas about where couples get stuck.
Yeah.
And why they get stuck. Would you like to hear them?
Could probably answer them myself, but sure.
Number 1, sex turns into a chore.
Yeah.
You're exhausted, you've got kids, you've got laundry, and suddenly the thing that used to feel fun feels like another item on the list. Reality check. I feel like this is for everybody. Desire doesn't magically appear in long-term relationships. That is what men don't understand. That's what men don't understand. You create the conditions for it. And sometimes that means starting without the spark and letting the spark show up halfway through. Okay. Mm-hmm. Fair.
That's usually when my spark lights up.
Oh, great. Thank you for sharing. That is pertinent information to this topic. That's when my spark.
Because at that point I'm like,
might as well go. I'm here.
You know what?
I'm half undressed. Might as well get all undressed.
I mean, usually I'm already all undressed.
Well, so you just really give her all.
It's like when it's already started.
You're like, okay, I'm going to join the train. I'm not going to let the train go without me.
I'm going to join. I'm going to, you know what? I'm going to co-pilot this thing.
Oh, good. You jump in the driver's seat.
Yeah. But it was so weird when we were talking to like younger people this past weekend, like young people and even like
18, 19.
Yeah, and just like, and even younger, when they like accidentally get pregnant because they were having so much fun, having so much sex all the time. You know, I remember that. Like, it's such a foreign thing to be like, oh my God, let's go have sex in like the back of your car because you don't have a place. And I don't know a place.
Oh my God, because you'll see like Jimmy in the driveway, and then you'll see Becky in the rink. Like, if you're not going anywhere without seeing someone.
So mine was the beer store on Avenue. Was closed, and it had a really big back parking lot. Not recently.
I was like, what? I'm like,
no, but it was
the problem is too.
place.
There's cameras everywhere too.
Oh, that's another thing.
Like
now.
you're gonna get. There's no safe place anymore.
I guess you could go into like a ravine or like a forest or something.
Yeah, that's so fun.
Yeah, but it would have been, like uncomfortable, cold, like all these things. It was just so fun and magical. And I can bet that a lot of men in long-term relationships would be like, I'd do that again in a heartbeat.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's where we have a problem.
We ain't built the same, baby.
I am not going to a ravine for fun to get it on.
No.
Hell no.
No.
Hell no.
No.
Especially where all the moms walk the dogs, like that shit. I'm too responsible now.
No.
I know too many people.
And it's
there's Cat in the forest getting it on.
I know. Well, you'd be in a really private place if you were going to do it.
Bugs.
Well, I mean, sorry, in the ravine.
Mosquitoes.
Sorry, you were in the car in my imagination.
In the ravine, in the car.
Yeah.
Oh, casual. How do you get there?
I don't know. Maybe somewhere near the bridle path, far away.
Okay. Thank you for thinking.
Cemetery.
You're not.
They close at night.
You also get arrested for that. Is like you can't even walk your dog in the cemetery. You're gonna have sex in the cemetery.
You know, these people were having sex on like a Friday or Saturday night on the back seat of their car.
When?
And I would say a year ago. And we saw them and we were like,
in the
oh
ravine,
my gosh.
in the cemetery.
On my street.
On your street.
On my street. And I walked by and I was like, got you. And they were just laughing.
You said got you.
Yeah, and they were kind of funny about it. I think they were like in their like 20s.
I love that. You're like,
got you. And they were all steamed up in the car. We've actually had also at the end of our cemetery, people fogging up doing, because they think that
no one's there.
I guess they think the lights are out at the end and nobody's down there. So
it's just a bunch of houses.
I mean, my street brings a lot of
Number two,
juice.
People expect their partner to read their mind. I agree with that one too.
Well, I mean, I already think that Mark accurately is reading my mind and I'm accurately reading his mind. So
you do?
Yes. I can read his mind by the way he blinks his eyes.
Yeah, but I think some people can misinterpret the way I think maybe women are stronger at reading minds than men are reading minds.
Sure.
And they misinterpret, like, rather than being like, oh, she doesn't want to have sex with me. It's like, oh, you got a lot on your mind. What's going on?
Oh, would that be nice?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. I had a bit of a headache last night.
You did?
Yep, I did. I think it was, I don't want to say it.
What?
I think it was from looking at my phone without glasses on.
For sure.
So I was like, but I just feel like I've been on my phone a lot. I feel like there's a lot of things we need to look up. There's a lot of going on, checking schedules, checking this, doing all this. So I felt like I was probably on my phone. And then I started to feel it. And then TJ came home and he's like, what's wrong? And I was like, I have a headache. He goes, do you need a cold cloth on your head? And Mark walked in and TJ's like, Mom has a headache. And Mark's like, oh.
So what you're saying is you're training your 10-year-old. Is he 11? He's 11. Holy shit.
Sweet boy.
You forget the relationship part of the relationship.
Yeah.
Your co-parents, roommates, business partners, logistic managers, and you accidentally stop being two people who flirt, laugh, and touch.
I would say that's exactly what Mark would say is lacking at this time.
You've just faded like an old t-shirt.
And I also think that at this point, I agree that that part is missing, but I don't think the old t-shirt can't be washed and starched and brought back. Like, I'm not saying it's over. I'm just saying right now, that'd be weird if I was saying it was over right here, right now on the podcast. I'm not saying that it's, you know what I mean? I'm not saying
just phases of life where it's busier than other times and it doesn't mean anything other than it's a phase of life.
And I do think that when you're taking care of my kids and when I'm taking care of your kids, I feel like we're showing each other love in a partnership of a life that we created.
Girl, I feel the same way, but I've also come to realize, Natalie and I have deep conversations sometimes, like a lot of times, that the way people think and perceive love, you can't teach them what your way of showing love is if they don't want to see it and appreciate it, because they can't understand that that's love. So it's like everyone receives love differently and gives love differently. So that means that the way they're receiving it and you're giving it might never
and sometimes
overlap.
You're just giving it and it's literally
landing on the ground.
It's landing on the ground. It's just poofing into the air. It's literally like
a secret language.
Or it's like if my husband buys me a very thoughtful gift for my birthday, I acknowledge that you did that. I feel nothing about it. And if I wanted it, I probably would have bought it for myself. I'm not saying I don't appreciate you, but I don't feel you buying me something. I don't feel that.
Well, here's what gets tricky. Is that unfortunately, if someone is showing you, you know, when cats bring you dead mice.
Okay, I've heard of it.
Cats bring dead mice. Okay. They're proud of themselves. They think they're actually giving you a gift. They're like, look what I brought you.
I've been such a good girl.
I'm such a good girl.
Yeah.
You can't tell a cat, don't bring a mouse.
Oh.
They're just going to keep bringing the mice.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
The problem is that unless people begin to check in with themselves and be like, how does she receive love?
Mm-hmm.
How do I show love? Because really showing love is selfish.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're going to go buy a gift that you know someone doesn't appreciate, that's just making you feel good. You're not doing it for that person. You think you're doing it for that person, but that's actually how you receive love. Tricky.
And you might not know that that's not how they receive love, because you haven't dug deep enough to figure that out yet.
Or you don't want to hear it. Because your way is a habit, and habits are easier than actually changing. Do you know the way you receive love?
Like I like to be taken care of. Like I like to be like,
but not gifts.
No, I like to be taken care of, but like not in a way that like I need you to like I don't need you.
You want to be understood in an empathetic way without having to be like doting and whiny about it.
I don't want it to be like, oh, you know what? You need some time off. I bought you a day at the spa. It's not that.
No, I know it's not that.
You know,
I know it's not that.
It's not that.
I know. I know based on your tone of voice, whether you're silent, whether you're like when you're stressed. Like I know based on.
Like it's kind of easy.
I mean, you should verbalize it.
Yeah.
You could say like I mean. Listen, I don't do this, but you could really, if you wanted to, if everyone wanted to get better on their relationships, if you just understood the way you get love.
Yeah.
There's someone very good in your life who knows it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're younger than us. And they're just like, this is what I want. Yeah. This is what I need. And then they're happy.
Yeah.
But we as adults don't do that. We're like, we kind of just get mad at what they're not doing.
Yeah. And I don't also want it. I don't want to always.
You don't always want to tell them what to do.
I don't want to tell them what to do, but I also know that like there are a lot of things I can do for my own self. So find those tiny little cracks of the things that that's a little bit more trickier, but like
the biggest compliment, which is often the biggest insult to men, is that relationships are a choice, not a need. A lot of men have a hard time with being a choice and not needed. It's hard. It's a hard one because a lot of men our age are raised to be providers rather than partners.
And a lot of men, like when I think about a lot of women I know, they don't need their husbands. That's probably why there's so much more divorce.
That's a bigger compliment. If you don't need your husband and you choose your husband, like that's huge because you could unchoose them. But that's scary because then the men have to show up as a partner, not as someone, not as an exchange. Most relationships are exchanges. People underestimate how much stress kills desire. You know?
I hear it can happen for men.
I know what you're saying. I'm reading between the lines. I said, let's talk about why women lose interest quicker. That was my next prompt.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I feel like we have so much on our mind. There's so many more places like that I put my energy. I think naturally people like fresh and new.
Yeah, that's when they lose interest because their environment is broken.
I'd love to look at my partner, and I know this is not realistic. And I've always had this joke, and I used to say to my sister-in-law, we still laugh about it, is that I wish every day my husband comes in the door and goes, good news.
Yeah.
Like,
great news today.
Good news.
Yeah. Great news.
And then he tells me something that I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Okay. Every day.
No, it doesn't have to be every day. Quarterly would be nice.
Oh, it could be anything, right?
Yeah. As long as it's good.
I got greens all the way home.
It's got to benefit me.
Okay.
Yeah.
It is. Well, we all know women carry the mental load. That is not even a surprise. That's not a shock. That's not anything. And we're not saying that men don't. We're just saying that women tend to shoulder all of it because we're not saying that we have to. We're just saying that's what women do. I really do think that women just do that. We do that by nature. And even if a man did it with us, I don't think it would lighten the load.
No.
I don't think it's like a man who's not doing it. No. I just think.
And that's the hard part too about is that sometimes if a man is like, here, I'll pitch in and I'll do these things. It's like the mental load it's
still there.
Yeah.
You know, chat tells me a good one. It's like she's juggling meals, school form, sports, emotions, schedules, birthdays, laundry, permission slips, and who's allergic to what. You know, like all those little things. And her brain's not exactly whispering, let's get wild tonight. Now, I think where men have a different, if I could describe a man's brain versus a woman's brain, it's like men are like segmented. So they go on to the next segment, like a TV show. So this segment's done, next segment, next segment. I feel like women are like TikTok. It's like this, brrr, like it just doesn't stop. So the scroll is, let's say 10-second increments for us of the kids rotating, and men are full TV show, talk show, 7-minute segments.
And they can focus on what's in front of them without thinking about all those things. And sometimes it can,
not all men.
It can look like we're doing nothing, but sitting there with all the things in our mind is exhausting.
Yeah. And it just doesn't stop. It's like a loop that it just keeps going. And I do feel like men are experts at segmenting.
Yeah.
And so when it's horny time.
Yeah, it's horny time.
There's not 15 other things that are shuffling in their brain. It's just horny time.
Horny time.
Right?
You know, I'll never forget, you know, sometimes you hear something from like partners or people sharing something about their marriage and it just sort of sticks with you.
Yeah.
I'll always remember a woman on Instagram saying that in her relationship, mornings are not hers. Like, I think she does dinner and she does like, you know, some time he travels, but week mornings, she does not go downstairs. She does not make breakfast. She does not make lunch.
Is she you?
She inspired me. And she's like, that's just not my like thing. And if he's going to be here, why should it have to be my thing? It's not my thing. She's no longer married. And you know what? I'm curious in some situations because I often think in marriages, like, when there's a divorce, I'd love to hear, because usually the women, I think the women are great. I think they're great. They left maybe because they were too.
We're women. We think they're great. Of course we do.
I'd love to sit down and hear from, you know, a woman that we think is great, her ex-husband. Why are you so bitter at her? What was it about her that you just couldn't even stand anymore?
Okay. Is that a challenge to find them?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. We can get them on the podcast.
I feel like they would be, I'd love to listen and try not to judge, but I feel like everything they would say, unless this woman was doing something totally erratic, I would just feel like I can see it from her side.
This next one's you.
No.
Women get turned off by feeling unseen. Now, unseen would be not acknowledging possibly like a headache or like, why do you have a headache? Little like check-ins. When she feels like the house manager instead of a partner, her libido goes into witness protection. If she feels appreciated, touched, and actually looked at, whole different story. Not every woman likes to be touched. Not every woman likes to be doted on. But I think the point is that if you can see them outside of what your needs are as a man,
yeah,
and you can actually see them as like not something for your benefit, but something like as a person, like, oh, are you okay? Like, you good? As friends see each other, I feel like it would be a much more symbiotica relationship.
Symbiotic relationship. I would definitely say that my mom's a big reason why I need that. And it's almost like she should tutor him.
Yeah.
You know, because she was so good at it. Like, in some ways, it's funny. In some ways, she's like taking Advil.
Yeah.
But in the ways where it was like something like physically needed to be taken care of, she was so good at it. And it just doesn't exist now.
Yeah.
And so it's like you live a lot of your life with something and then it's just gone. You feel a piece of what you had, a piece of your comfort is gone.
And I don't think it means that they don't care. I just think it's very hard for them to understand that, like, showing up as someone who cares without doing it to get something or to do or for like because they have to is just a general care of like, oh, are you good? Like, just a check-in of like, y'all good, rather than are you good?
Yeah, are you good enough to be ready for that?
It feels like every road leads to that. It feels like every road leads to sex.
It does.
Every road. There's not a road there's just no road that just ends in just, you good?
Just so many things. It's like, okay, the kids are asleep. Okay, you look happy. Oh, okay, we watched a show together. Oh, we had a conversation today. Oh, we had a date night. Well, that's an 100%. Like all these things, it always feels like there's something at the end, you know?
Yeah.
It's never just because if things are good, then why, in their mind, then why wouldn't we?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't we top it off with a cherry?
Top it off with my cherry,
Because
baby.
I like to top it off with sweet pillows and falling asleep.
Cozy, cozy. And that'd be great if sometimes it ended like that. And it was just, I'm so glad you slept well last night.
Oh, no. I actually had a check-in this morning and I was like, good for you for trying. But you know, like it didn't naturally cross the mind. I know.
I'm trying to read between those lines. A check-in, like with me.
Oh, how'd it go? No, he said, how did it go?
Oh, good.
Just how'd it go?
Okay.
But I can tell that I was intentional.
That's good though.
But that's probably what I want to lead to tonight.
Oh, God.
You know what I mean? I asked her how she was.
So let's have sex.
So sex is on the table tonight.
Oh my God, that's so funny.
I bet.
I asked her how her doctor's appointment went. So sex is on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up milk. Sex is on the table.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up the kids from school. Sex is on the table. Literally everything.
Yeah.
The wind is windy. Sex is on the table.
Yeah.
Funny.
You know what? You just won the fucking lottery for $1 billion.
Sex is on the table.
Sex is on the dining room table, and I don't care who's around.
Women lose interest when resentment builds. That's a big one.
Yeah.
You know, our bodies just saying.
Resentment's hard. That feels heavy.
I think tiny things just pile up. That's what chat's saying. Like just being like, okay, like I do, like let's just take a break here.
Mm-hmm.
I do a lot.
Mm-hmm.
My vagina needs a break.
Mm-hmm. And you know, I'm really like, I feel like I'm learning a few things about myself and my age, things I knew, but instead of not just knowing them, acting on them.
Yeah.
To making like, what was one that I had? Oh, last night, a parent group made a joke that I was home alone and I let my daughter take an Uber home. In my mind, I thought, good for you, Natalie.
Yeah. You drove,
and I drove the same route 3 times that day.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's a 5-minute Uber.
That's like when I made my daughter walk to your house.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't. I just got out of the car. I've been in the car for 7 hours. Like, no, use your legs.
And I'm actually smart. For getting her to do that.
Yeah.
I actually feel like good for me. You guys are dum-dums, you know?
Yeah.
And another one was that I realized.
What did the parent group say? They made fun of you?
No, Mark was trying to make fun of me. And the woman was like, good for her. You know?
Good. Yeah.
Good for her. Because if you can, and if it's not too long, and you can find a way out, and if you can ask for help, and we always tell women this: if you can ask for help, whether it's from your husband or someone else, or get your kid to do it themselves, take it, because if you can't rely on someone else to ease your load, start unpacking some things.
Yeah.
And like a total other side note was yesterday when I had to go and meet the accountant. I knew that in reality I didn't need to go meet the accountant, but for my own brain, I had to be face to face with her.
Yeah.
Something I learned about myself.
Oh. And you followed through. Good girl.
Who knew? Who knew? I thought I was almost done here.
We're going to do one more, and then we're going to come back because we're going to figure out how to fix the environment for the interest to come back, but that's next week. But for the last one, routine kills female desire faster than anything out there. Same schedule, same move, same timing. Women
sexually,
need everything.
Yeah.
Just the same fucking monotony. We'll just be like, oh, it's Friday night sex night. It's Monday night sex night.
I heard that really works and helps. So many people say.
I'm saying desire.
Oh, yeah.
It might actually get the job done. But if they're looking for desire, I'm assuming if you go on a vacation, the desire is probably a little bit different. A little bit of a change might just spark the desire.
Yeah, except for when you go out and you're like walking around all day and then you have cocktails.
That's going out. Oh, on vacation, you mean? I mean, you went on a walking vacation.
Exactly.
A walking vacation. Who goes on a walking vacation? When you're 75, you go on a walking vacation. Women lose interest sooner in environments that don't support desire.
Don't support desire.
Yeah, we need environments that support desire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like my dirty bedroom with my clothes on the floor don't support that desire.
It doesn't.
My kid walking in anytime, not supporting my desire.
No, not.
No.
How can you support my desire?
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
Men.
I know.
Men.
Yeah.
How can the man in your life support your desire? Great question.
Mm-hmm.
How are you supporting my desire?
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because
Yeah.
your desire is locked and loaded.
Yeah, we know how to do that. We know how
Theirs
to
is
satisfy
just all guns a-blazing. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. Well, next week we're going to figure out how to fix the environment so the interest comes back. I can't wait to see what chat says.
I'm going to have to build a sex room.
What men think is helping, but actually kills desire.
Oh, God, that must be huge.
The exact things that turn women on in long-term relationships. I'm just giving them a teaser for next week.
Yeah, I want to know.
What a woman needs emotionally and physically to rekindle desire, and how couples can reset intimacy after kids, stress, or resentment. That's next week coming up your way. Let's talk about what men think is helping but actually killing.
And
desire.
it might need like ketamine.
Ketamine.
Something to clear the brain.
Jesus, I wasn't going to go to ketamine, Natalie.